Good morning. It's your girl Aisha Slim back with another video. I know it's been a while, but I'm back and I'm healthy, feeling great. And I told you guys in a previous video that I would come back and talk to you about marijuana and my experience with marijuana. So basically, I've been smoking marijuana since I was 13 years old. I'm 34 years old now. The only time I had a break was when I was 18 years old and I was pregnant with my son. So I gave it a break throughout my pregnancy. And once I dropped him, went right back to smoking marijuana. Now, for me, marijuana has never stopped me from doing what I wanted to do. I felt like I actually needed it to do what I wanted to do. Before I did anything, I smoked. After I did anything, I smoked. And if I could during I was doing anything, I would smoke. So I smoke. And like I said, I've been smoking since I was 13 years old. I was in a relationship for 14 years after I had my son, not with his father. And throughout that process, I smoked even more. And it doesn't make it any better when you know the supplier. So I smoked. Especially it wasn't at my expense, so I smoked. Um, the more stressed out that I was, the more I smoked. And I don't know if anybody has this experience, but you feel like when you're going through something, you want to get high, but it doesn't change anything. Nothing gets fixed, nothing gets changed. It just gives you this attitude like, fuck it. But at the same time, it haunts you. You say fuck it, but it's not really fuck it. It's just fuck it for the moment. And it just stays in your mind. It's almost like it depresses you. It makes you very depressed. And you can't get it out your head. And it's not fixing anything. And that's what my experience has been with marijuana. I smoked it so much to the point where I felt like it was smoking me. I wasn't even getting high anymore. I would get angry. I would smoke. I would smoke a spliff, as I say. You might call it joint, blunt, whatever you call it. I say spliff. I would smoke a spliff like it was a cigarette. Like literally, I felt like I took one pull and the whole thing was done, and I didn't feel anything. And I had to roll up another one and another one and another one. By the time I know, my little eighth was gone, or however much I had was gone, and I was not high, and I was still angry. And it was just like, what is the purpose of smoking? But I still continue to smoke, like I said, before I did anything, after I did anything, and if I could, during anything, I smoked. This year, in the previous videos, I talked to you guys about me basically going cold turkey and not eating meat anymore or eating anything that God didn't create and didn't put on this earth for us to eat, which was not hard for me because, again, in the previous video, I told you guys that I had lupus. And sometimes it takes you to be going through some life-changing experiences for you to say, you know what, enough is enough. If I didn't have lupus, I don't think I would have went cold turkey and just gave up everything. But I did. And I'm so happy that was the best decision I ever made in 2020 or in my life, period. And after that, I would say a month after I went cold turkey, I lost my mom. That was the hardest thing that I ever had to go through in 2020. And it wasn't due to coronavirus, thank God. She had her own battles with her health for a long time. She was young, 65 years old. She had a lot of health issues for at least, I would say, about 15 years because my son is 15 years old. So from my son was in my belly up until this point, my mom has been battling with health issues in and out the hospital, her life basically on the line. And we've got that phone call plenty of times like, this is it for her, come to the hospital and basically say goodbye. But God gave us more time up until my son was 15 years old, which is this year. March, she died. Up, up until that point, after just going through this whole detox and cleansing my body, I started seeing things more clear. I lost my mom. I decided to change a lot and put a lot of things behind me. I can say that I changed in a positive way. My thoughts, my energy. Used to be a very angry person from young. Was a very angry person, but I was also a happy person. I was one that could hide it. When I was around people that didn't make me angry, you would never know that I was upset or something bothered me. I was one of those that could turn it off. And if you had a problem, I would try to help you get through your issues, but never talk about my own issues. I would literally try to fix somebody else's life, but not fix my own. And you would never know that I was so hurt inside, or I was going through something. I was just good at hiding my own problems. And I used weed as a substitute to basically, I thought it was helping me, but it wasn't. It was just making me more depressed. Um, After my mom passed, like I said, a lot has changed. My thoughts has changed. I've wanted to be a different person, a better person, a more positive person. I worked on myself for the first time in 2020. Like, not just working on myself as getting material things or being in a better place, like as living wise. No, working on myself, within myself, my energy, my thoughts, my surroundings, my everything. So I worked on that this year, and I started that process before the whole coronavirus started. And once mommy passed, my tolerance for foolishness definitely went out the window. I dealt with that pretty well. A lot of people was shocked the way I handled it. They thought that that would be the icebreaker for me. Like I said, I was a very angry person, so they thought that this probably would just like put me in a total different dark space, but it didn't. It opened my eyes and made me appreciate life so much more. I mean, so much more. The people that's in my life. Throughout that process, I used to always think I was alone. When I lost my mom, I ended up getting so much support from people that's always been there, but also from people that was not there. It was like, God sent people to me personally, and I don't know, I looked at things totally different. Totally different. I can't explain it any better than this, but like I said, I've always had good friends, but he even sent even more friends. And I'm just so grateful for the support and the love that I received throughout this whole process. I've Throughout this whole thing, I've loved more, want to give more, and want to help more. And I've always been a giving and helping person. But like I said, you're a helpful person, you're a giving and loving person. But when you have your own demons that you're dealing with and you're not happy with self, you can go from helping somebody to being so angry to fucking somebody up. And I just wanted that part of me to be gone. And my tolerance, like I said, has changed when my mom passed. Not in a way like, oh, fuck that, I don't want to deal with that person. No, my tolerance has changed to where I want to deal with issues. I want to deal with problems. I want to solve them in a positive way, and be at peace within, and not hold on to things, which I held on to things for a long time. I would literally hold on to something for forever. And like, not nobody ever forgets things, but I was one that literally, if I seen you, it came up in my head and just made me have some type of hate for you if you did something to me. And all that just came out of my body. I could not make this up. I just became this positive person and want to fix everything and put everything behind me, the past, and just be this new person, this great person. And since I'm in this space and smoking, it just, every day after my mom passed, I was continuous smoking. I didn't stop smoking. And every day I used to wake up like, I'm tired of this. It makes me feel drained. It makes me feel like I don't want to be like I don't want to socialize with anybody. Like I just want to be by myself in a dark space, and I don't want that for myself anymore. Like I can't make this up. Every day I woke up and I felt this when I smoked weed. And I'm just like, and like I said, and I also felt like it was smoking me. So I'm smoking more, but it's just not doing anything for me. The weed was smoking me. And for so many years of smoking, it's just like, it just doesn't get you high. I understand why people go to other things and try different drugs. Not me. Weed was my best friend. I was not interested in trying anything else. If I didn't get high, I would smoke, smoke, smoke until I got tired of smoking and just pass out. But I wasn't trying nothing else. But I just wanted that to be over with. And, I told my siblings, like, I'm just tired of smoking. I just want to let this go. Like, I don't feel like it completes me, and it's holding me back from being this great social butterfly that I want to be. And I'm growing in so many other ways. I feel like this part of me is being held back because of this. Things that I want to let go, I can't let go because I'm thinking about it so much when I get high. And when I'm not high, I don't think about it at all. And it's very rare that I'm not high. So it's just like, this is what I'm thinking about all the time. Whatever it is that used to bother me that I put behind me, I would still think about it in a sense like it's haunting me. And I moved on, but I can't move on as long as I smoke. Because when I smoke, it's just like I'm thinking about the wrong things and not the right things. I woke up one day and I threw away everything, my lighter,